Hey everybody, welcome to Jim the Ape's channel. Obviously I'm not Jim the Ape, as Jim the Ape's out of town and asked for my help entertaining his fine audience while he's away. I'm Beware of Darkness, or as Jim once dubbed me, Hipster Pringles Guy. On my channel I do anti-feminist, anti-SJW, pro-liberty type of content, and if you enjoy what I do here today, I'd appreciate it if you stop by and check out my content. I'm sure Jim will have a link to my channel annotated or somewhere in the description below. Now on to business. I've yet to do a video response to any of Franchesca Ramsey's videos, and I recently saw a video she did with people with unusual names. At least in America they're unusual, and how hurt some of these special snowflakes get when people can't get it right. Let's take a look.
Your name is your identity. It's something you're supposed to take pride in and feel ownership of.
Your name is an identifier to make it easier to differentiate you from all the other human beings around you. Why do you consider it something you're supposed to take pride in or feel ownership of? It's not for self-esteem points. Everyone's got a name. A celebration isn't needed.
But when teachers, coworkers, and friends constantly screw it up and don't even try to get it right, that can really change how someone feels about their place in the world. So we decided to talk to a few people that have first-hand experience with this.
In other words, Franny will be soliciting the opinions of oversensitive special snowflakes who are so weak of character that they melt at the mispronunciation of their difficult name. What is with people of this mindset and their sensitivity to names and pronouns?
My name is Rekha Shankar. Not Rika, not Rekha, and definitely not Rachel.
Well, you didn't provide us with the spelling of your name, so it's hard to say if that might have had anything to do with the confusion. Also, the interesting thing in this video is the lack of any white people with difficult to pronounce names, as if people of color are the only ones who have to deal with having a hard name. I'm a big hockey fan, so let me see if I can counter with a few difficult names that white people have. Let's try this one, Jaromir Jagr? Nope, that's actually pronounced Jaromir Jagr. Shioni Morrison? Nope, that's actually the Gaelic spelling for Sean. Uwe Krupp. Actually, that's pronounced Uwe Krupp.
My name is One Jiko, so that's like a number one, and a letter G, and co like company in one word, so One Jiko.
My name is Momo Pujay, not Momor Paye, not Mumo Pujay, not Mamu. It's Momo Pujay. It's so simple.
Guys, this is just a byproduct of having an unusual name in an English-speaking country. I mean, when you look at the name Wanjiko, it looks an awful lot like Wanjiko, and people are probably saying it with a little more Latin flair. Similarly, when you read Momo Pujay, phonetically it reads Momat Puja. So if someone's just reading it for the first time, or maybe he's trying to remember from a single introduction, they may say it incorrectly or misremember. They're really not trying to hurt your feelings.
My name is Mamadou, not Armadillo, not Marmaduke, not Mumu, not Mumam, Mamadou.
If you want to say my name correctly, it's Maritza Montañez, but you can just say Maritza Montañez. And that's the anglicized, easy version that you should be able to say.
Those names are unusual and difficult for a person who spoke English their whole life to say. If they've never been exposed to them before, how can you conclude what should or shouldn't be difficult for them to say? It's easy for you to say because that's your name and you've heard it your whole life. It's not always so simple for others.
People mispronounce my name 7 days a week.
In 6th grade, my English teacher mispronounced my name for an entire year.
An open mic is just like Matt, Jim, Matt, then Mumo. This is like, get the f out of here.
Yes, your names are unusual, so there might be some surprise when they're encountered for the first time. I'm sorry you're so overly sensitive to that and mentally soft that you're hurt when people have these kind of reactions. The 6th grade teacher sounds like they were trying to be a bit of a dick, but I'm guessing that most people by and large aren't trying to hurt your feelings.
I have to introduce myself with a little mnemonic, like, I'm Rekha, you know, like rake, as in the thing for leaves. And I still get my name mispronounced, even with the mnemonic.
Using a mnemonic example is a great way to help people learn, so I don't understand why that should be a complaint. Again, you have an unusual name. We still haven't seen the correct spelling of your name, so the question still remains, are these people being jerks, or are they just forgetting the pronunciation and doing their best based off the spelling?
When somebody actually gives me that question like, hey, am I saying this correctly? Immediately I want to marry them.
I just be like, oh, they said Maritza. That's so exciting.
That's how low the bar is. That's how many people have mispronounced my name and didn't care about it.
Is your self-esteem really that low? You've got a difficult fucking name. Unfortunately, that means you'll have some burden to correct people on it. White people have this difficulty with their last name sometimes too. I don't want to dox myself, but although my last name is phonetically spelled and should be easy to get, it's misread and mispronounced all the time. The difference between me and you guys is I don't emotionally invest myself so much in my name that I get my feelings hurt every time it's gotten wrong.
There's a bunch of different types of mispronouncers.
There's the gracious mispronouncer, somebody who's trying their best and is gonna keep trying.
And if everyone did that, oh, it'd be great. We'd all be in such a better place.
There's the mumblers that kind of start and then trail off into the distance.
Maritza?
Like the Doppler effect.
They're begging for you to like, hey, please, let's work something out.
You guys are always so focused on you, and playing the victim that it better never occur to you that the person that's trying to say your name feels awkward about it and does care about your feelings and is just a bit embarrassed maybe that they're having the difficulty.
Then there's the nicknamers. There are two types of people who are nicknamers. The people that'll give you a shortened version of your name, like, hey mama, that's not my name. And the people that'll give you an English version of your name, like, hey Martin, is like, I didn't have a dream.
I had a tennis teacher once that was like, Reika, I'm just gonna call you Rachel. Thanks, other parent.
I'd agree someone's being an asshole if they're interacting with you on a regular basis and they're blatantly calling you a name you've expressed that you don't like. However, trying to give you a nickname shouldn't be taken as an insult. Nicknames can be used to shorten a long or difficult name or as a sign of an endearment. If someone's trying it out with you, once again, what's that person's intent? Is it to insult you or to try to make you feel unwelcome, or are they trying to overcome their own difficulty with your name?
You don't get to assign me a nickname. That's not how it works.
Wrong. That's exactly how it works, actually. Anyone who's worked a job or been part of a social group or a sports team knows that nicknames are bestowed, not chosen. It's a common practice by good-natured people and isn't meant to be insulting or demeaning.
I like the nicknamer who doesn't even say your name, just says fill-ins for your name, like my guy, yo, what up, dog, my G, my dude.
No one should be a nicknamer. They're terrible people.
Someone's a terrible person for trying a nickname to avoid butchering your difficult name? Fucking get over yourself, you fucking dick. All the bad things in the world and someone calling you my dude is what's getting you down? Get the fuck over it. I've got a delivery driver at my job that calls me Mustasha, and I don't get pissy about it. I take it as a term of endearment, I have a good laugh and wish him a good day. For fuck's sake, man.
Then there's the whatever people. These people don't care about your name at all.
You will correct them, they will say whatever they have been saying, and then just say, whatever.
We're definitely not gonna be friends. I already don't like you, so this is not good.
If you do this, you are a bad person.
When you get your name mispronounced all the time, it makes you feel like less of an individual because you have to respond to all these things that are not your name.
The whatever people are dicks, and I'll give you guys that one. It's maybe the one valid complaint there's been in this video. As far as feeling like less of an individual because of having to respond to wrong names due to having a challenging name though, what the fuck? Doesn't having a unique name make you more of an individual? If you don't like the challenge that comes along with a hard name, the blame's on your parents, not those living where your name is outside the norm.
Dealing with this almost every day is mostly just exhausting.
Exhausting? You know what's exhausting? Listening to millennials whine about how exhausting it is having a difficult name while there's sweatshop workers in other parts of the world that are working over 40 hours a week for pennies on the Western world worker's dollar. First world problems, fucking suck it up, Buttercup.
If you don't say my name correctly, it's basically like saying I don't care about you as a person.
Assuming someone doesn't care about you because they struggle with your name certainly isn't going to endear them to try harder to get it right, jackass.
Imagine if your name was Rachel and you had to start responding to Rachel or Rackle. That's not your name, it's nobody's name, and it sounds gross.
Well, if Rachel were in India, she might have to overcome that challenge because it would be a foreign name to someone who's used to speaking Hindi. Hopefully she's more understanding, has some common sense, and isn't as sensitive of a whiner about it like yourself.
When someone says my name right, it feels just like, oh, we're baseline agreeing that I'm a person.
When you're younger, it's really easy to feel discouraged by your name, but as you get older, everybody loves hearing your name, and then they want to say your name, and you want to hear your name being said by people, and you take pride in it. It's like things go from being a negative to being a positive for you.
Everyone agrees that you're a person. That's an asinine thing to say. It really speaks volumes to your character if you need your name spoken correctly to feel validation or have good self-esteem as a person. You validate yourself and build self-esteem through actions, not by cheap pops from strangers saying your fucking name.
So say my name right or my mom's coming for you.
Man, fuck your mom and fuck your threats, Mamadou's boy. Your mom's the one who named you, so isn't she the one responsible for all this shit? Fuck off. I don't know why I still let it surprise me, but it continues to kill me how MTV News lends validation to these people being oversensitive snowflakes. These people can only focus on how much they're hurt by someone getting their name wrong, that they'll never even mention or consider the intentions of the person who said it wrong in the first place. It's just, woe is me, I don't feel like I'm a person and I'm so hurt, rather than just accepting that it is just one facet of their lives that will be a challenge. There's another way you could approach this, which is one that I've experienced with many coworkers over the years, and that's to embrace a nickname when your name's difficult. Those individuals found the spine to overcome the difficulty rather than working themselves up about it to a point that it affects their feeling of self-validation and individuality. Anyway, I'm done. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Beware of Darkness, aka Hipster Pringles, signing off. Have a good one.